Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of the Cobra Daytona Build. In this episode, we're going to start installing our brand new painted control arms. So we're going to take you through a couple little modifications I do to kind of clean these things up. As I said, they're all painted, looking good, but there are a few things that I think help them to be a little smoother in their action, which is key to a good suspension. The smoother suspension can be, the better it's going to ride, the better it's going to handle, the more predictable the car is going to be. So follow along, I'll show you how to get these. These are the uppers. We'll start with the uppers. I don't know if this will make a whole episode or not, but we'll see. So the first thing I'm going to do this freshly painted uppers, I'm going to grind this edges down because this adds thickness this way, which then causes the rubber bushings, which are here, to go outward a little bit. Not much, but it doesn't take much. And we want these to spin freely in the frame. As you can see also, I've notched these things with a hacksaw so grease can kind of get through these. So I'm going to start, I usually just use like a file here. And I'm just going to kind of file, I know, the freshly painted surface here. This way I make sure everything's flat. Even though that bushing does not rotate in here, I don't want any space taken up. And I always find the bushings are a little bit too wide, and I want this thing to really easily rotate. So you can see now I've knocked off all the white. It's all nice and smooth and flat. So, and we'll just kind of continue down all four of these. But you can see what I'm doing here. As I said, I'm just kind of cleaning them up. And then I'll put grease on those. Okay, so you can see the ends now are all kind of cleaned up. You can see the ends are all cleaned up. So then I clean out the bores because sometimes there's some loose paint and crap in there. Yeah, you can see the paint coming out. Just to get all the crap out of there. As you can see, once they're in there, voila, you can't ever tell that paint was removed. But I'm eliminating a few thousandths of gap. And to me, that is key. And I'm going to show you another thing we're going to do. Hopefully you guys can see all this. Okay. And I'm going to test fit this, then we'll pull it back apart. And we'll test fit this, then we'll pull it back apart to grease everything up really well. Off. Now, hopefully you guys can see this. Oh, see this thing here is, look at that. See, it's bent back this way. Front looks perfect. So this one here, yep, this has got to be bent that way. So what I'm going to do is there's a couple ways you can do it. I use this one to pry on it. I'm going to put a big clamp here and then give me some leverage and then just tweak it back a little bit. I'll kind of show you how I do that. Hopefully you can see all this. So I said this one here, you can actually see the bend backwards. So we're going to kind of tweak that forward a little bit. Let me show you what I use. That one actually is really smooth. That one there is smooth. That one there is really rough. I mean, you can feel all the welding splatter. That one there is actually okay. So I'm gonna give her a little flapper disc and I'm gonna clean this up a little bit. Just, that one actually I'm not gonna touch. That one I'm not gonna touch. That one I'm just gonna clean it up right into there just a little bit. This one all the way around. So that way, if not, if you get a lot of ridges and everything, it's just not gonna be conducive for smooth operation. So I'm holding up somewhere back into here. I'm not sure why. I'm gonna see if I can get a flat bladed screwdriver in. I mean, it's definitely got very easy to move up and down. As I said, I'm not in the holes here. This hole's got to come back a ways. Okay, so we got the fit in there. So now I'm going to pull everything back apart. So then we can drive this thing back down in there. I'll use this grease on the other side. Okay, my freshly painted control arm, you can see it wipes right off, so which is nice. Okay, so let's see if this thing will slide up in there now. Yeah, so you can see where I've got to kind of go up and in a little bit. So let's see if we can tap this one down a little bit. Yeah, hopefully you guys can see a lot of this. I don't know what you can see, what you can't. This bolt's almost here, that's almost there. This is almost here. Okay, we got one in. As I said, these things could be a bugger, so it just takes a little patience. You got to think it through. Try not to damage anything. You know, my thing is I don't want to damage the paint. So this one here's got to go just up, just a hair and in, and that one there should be good too. So we're almost there. So what I did is I hogged the hole out this way a little bit with a burr. Hopefully give me enough clearance to slide this thing up into place. So that's my goal here. Come on, baby. Shit, that feels like it's just about lined up. See, it's the problem. You can't even get a hammer in here to really do much. It's got to be almost perfect or else. Let's see what we got here. God, that's not even close. Oh, I gotta bend this thing back. That ain't going. Wow. Okay, so we definitely got some hole misalignment here. So I think I'm gonna have to hog out both holes. Yeah, because if you can see, I don't know if you could see up in there. I'm not even close. So, yeah, they did a piss poor job of drilling these holes because that one is definitely off. So I think I'll probably have to hog out this hole some, keep going on this one, make sure I don't go beyond that spacer. If you do that, then you're screwed. Ay, ay, ay. So this whole thing is turning into a real mess. So just so you know, these things don't always go together easy. So we'll keep plugging along, but I definitely have to open these holes up because you can see, I don't know if you can see up in there or not, it's not even close. And I could probably force this a little bit, but not enough to make up for that gap. So these bushings are not that pliable. So we'll hog it out a little bit and continue on. Okay, so I've hogged out the holes, but you can see the bushing is gonna not pull through the hole, and that's the key. You don't want this bushing to pull through. So, and it's still awful damn tight in there. So I may jam this thing up in there, just see if we can get more clearance in there. I think the outer part's bent, but it's back up into here where it's not. Yeah, this is interesting. Okay, I apologize. I apologize, I didn't get all the fighting and the cussing on video. My camera battery went dead. I sucked up so much video on this one stupid upper control arm. This is kind of stuff that frustrates you. So what I've discovered that these back bolt holes were not exactly drilled properly. They were off, skewed a little bit. So I had to hog them open a little bit. This one that way, this way. Then the bolt drove through. I still got very easy motion. Not as easy as I'd like actually. It's still, but we'll see once it kind of gets broken in. But now I can put the nuts on both sides. I'll show you again on the other side too, just to kind of get an idea of, because I think that side's actually better. But this is the problem with, you know, building some of these cars is, you know, they're not always perfect. I mean, you got something being mass produced. I mean, not mass produced, but they're making a lot of them. So I'm probably just going to call this one episode. Appreciate you watching the IRS upper control arm video. As I said, that one was a real pain in the you-know-what. So thanks again for watching. If you like this video, hit subscribe, and we'll put another one up with the lower control arm so you get an idea of how to do that. So the uppers, that one, the passenger was a real pain in the ass. If the driver goes smooth, maybe I'll throw a little video up. So thanks again, and have a great one.